What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you guys are in fantastic days today. Today we have massive unboxing number 32 for you guys. Yet another retro massive unboxing for you guys. I really hope you guys are excited for today's video, as today we have several retro models to unbox, and I really hope you guys are excited for this. So without any further delay, let's go ahead and get started with the first box. Alrighty, everybody, so let's go ahead and get into this massive unboxing. So our first model here comes from eBay. The rest all the way through will be Waffle Collectibles. So that just kind of shows you how big those Waffle Collectibles restocks have been. And I highly recommend signing up for their newsletter if you haven't already, if you are interested in all these rare models, whether they're modern or retro models. Sorry, been a while since we've had one of these massive unboxings. The pre-recording system, while it's great efficiency-wise for me, also kind of gives us a big gap between when I'm recording. So, but it still works out the same for you guys, as we do have our first model in here of today's massive unboxing. That's going to be the GeminiJets 1:400 scale Delta Connection ATR 72-600, or I guess it's a 200, I'm sorry. Haven't never got one of these 200 variants in the ASA livery. Very excited to have this aircraft, and I'll kind of talk about the purpose as we unbox it, but let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty, everybody, and here we go for the GeminiJets 1:400 scale Delta Connection ATR 72 in the ASA livery. Very excited to have this aircraft, as this did fly to Tulsa from the Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport for quite some time, and I'm really excited to have this very versatile asset. This will be a very unique ATR for the collection. I think it's only my second one behind the silver ATR that I have, so it's certainly a very exciting addition, and I'm really excited to get into it. So let's go ahead and get started. You got the GeminiJets logo right here in the Made for Collectors by Collectors. By the sizing of it, I think this is like a 2008 release maybe, but we'll have to see. Here's the CGI of the aircraft, and then we have the newer Delta widget right here in the newer titles, so this was definitely a more recent release. And then we have the ATR 72-200 titles right here, which look fantastic. The sides of the box are pretty simple. Again, bigger titling, so I'm thinking this is like a 2007, 8, or 9 release. So let's see what year it was. This was indeed a 2012 release, so this is actually way down the line, and that would make sense as the big titling lasted for quite some time. Here's the back of the box. You got the aircraft climbing and all that fun stuff, and then here we go for the pamphlet. Feel free to pause to read as usual, and then we have the ATR itself inside. So let's go ahead and get started. Again, a very pivotal asset, as this, the Embraer 120, and also the Embraer 135 and 145 were the main regional jets on the Tulsa-Dallas route until it got cut around 2005. So here it is, the Delta ATR 72-600 ASA livery, and what a unique looking model right here. This is a very pretty looking one, and I'm really excited to look at more details of it. So let's go ahead and do that. Also, a very interesting plastic right here. I don't know, I've never really seen any kind of plastic like this, but hey, it definitely works, so we're not complaining. Alrighty, everybody, and here we go for the GeminiJets 1:400 scale Delta Connection ATR 72-200 in the ASA livery. What a unique combo here to start off today's massive unboxing. Feels really good to swing back into the retro department, as we had a little bit of an intermission there, but Retro Tulsa continues to grow. Whenever it may start, we shall see, but we'll talk about that more in detail here in a moment. So without any further delay, let's go ahead and take a look at this model, everybody. Alrighty, everybody, so let's go ahead and get started. First and foremost, this is a super small model, as you can see by the camera here. Normally the full fuselage would be taking this up, but as you guys can see, a really small model here. So let's go ahead and get started. Here's the cockpit windows along with the nose cone right here. Very interesting shape here on the ATR 72-200, so looking good right there regardless. The nose landing gear door is very big here, as you can see with the nose landing gear, because the ATR mold certainly is challenging to represent here in 1:400. Then we have the Delta Connection titles up here on the top with the red in the navy cheat line, along with the cargo door right here for the baggage, and then we have the emergency exit door right here, I believe, which is very interestingly placed, but nevertheless looks really good. We have our passenger windows up here to start, and then of course we have the propellers right here. They both look really good, and there's only 4 of them, blades that is, so looks very good regardless. And the cockpit windows also look really cool. We have more windows continuing throughout there. Really unique aircraft. Once again, the ATR is a really cool plane, so really cool to take a look at this one here. And of course the wings, which look really nice as well. We have the main landing gear too, and the rest of the passenger windows. I believe there was around 50 seats here on these ATRs. It might have been a little bit less, so looking very good. Registration was November 532 Alpha Sierra, and then of course you have the ASA TUL here for the hybrid delivery, so really cool to see that. Looks fantastic, and they did a really great job on that. On the right side here, you have yet another emergency exit here as the main difference, and another door here on the back, so that all looks really good. And again, a really unique model here, just for a variety Top of the aircraft also looks fantastic. Love the build right there, and the mold connecting the wings to the fuselage is really cool. And on the bottom of the aircraft, of course, you got the GeminiJets logo, a stand hole in the main landing gear. A very unique model will play a pivotal role there, as these were very prominent on that Tulsa to Dallas service, and a really unique one for the collection. Don't think I would have never anticipated having quite a model like this, but hey, sometimes retro airports got really cool planes, and that's exactly what we're going to find here. So from here on out, we have Waffle collectibles boxes, and I'm really excited to take a look at all of them. So we'll go in date chronological order, and we'll take a look at all of them. So let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty everybody, so let's take a look at all the models I got during the spring semester of college in the retro department. So really starting through January, when we had the last retro massive unboxing that was pre-recorded, that was number 28. These were the models that I accumulated, and there's some really nice diversity between models that I've really wanted for a long time and also models for the retro Tulsa model airport project. So certainly been a bunch of modern models lately, but it's really cool to swing back around for the retro one. So let's go ahead and get in here and take a look at this. So thank you Planespotter DK once again for looking through my models that I had up at college. That is why the box was open. If you recall seeing the last model unboxing that we did of the Delta A330-900 Neo, I've not got to see this yet, but here we go for the first model, and I've been on the lookout for this one for quite some time, so it is very exciting to finally get this model. And we have the GeminiJets 1:400 scale American Airlines McDonnell Douglas MD-11. Finally have one of these. So as you guys know, I've really been trying to build up my American Airlines fleet, especially in the retro department, now that the modern collection is really in a really great spot. So yeah, the retro models continue to come, and here we go with the MD-11. Now this aircraft's usually really hard to find. I got really lucky with the Waffle Collectibles restock sale, as I'll say for every single one of these. So it's really exciting that we have the American MD-11 here today, and I'm really excited to take a look at this. So let's go ahead and get started here with the box. So here's the box for the MD-11. As you can see, it is one of the limited edition aircraft. Then you have the 1:400 scale die-cast model. Here's the aircraft itself, American Airlines with the old, just the old stripes, man. Every time I see it, you know, as much as I love that new livery, and I really love it, the old livery is just fantastic. So that's what we have here. McDonnell Douglas MD-11 with some really cool fonting here on the box. Real metal GeminiJets made for collectors by collectors, the American Airlines logo. Really cool to have this, as I think I have boxes like this for the 762, 763, 752, 738, and maybe a couple others. Not quite that 777 yet. I would still like to get that one that they did earlier on. I have a later release of it. Here's the sides of the box and the item number in the Waffle Collectibles database, I believe is what that is. Registration of this aircraft is November 1765 Bravo. Here's the back of the box with all the specifications and whatnot. So looking really good right there, and really crazy to think that this was a 2001 release, 2 years older than myself. So really crazy to think about, but hey, this is going to be a fantastic model. Inside we have the pamphlet. Feel free to pause to read. In the first ever American Airlines McDonnell Douglas MD-11. I do have a DC-10, but the DC-10 doesn't compare to the MD-11 exactly. So it's really nice to have kind of the sister ship here. And what a really cool looking aircraft. Despite being kind of similar to the DC-10, there are some very unique elements of this aircraft, and I'm really excited to take a look at these. So let's go ahead, get the plastic cradle off here, and let's take a look, if I can get it off, there we go, of this beautiful American Airlines MD-11. Beautiful. So American Airlines MD-11s were very unique in the fleet, and as you can see right here, we have a beautiful one to take a look at. Really excited for this, so let's go ahead, clean it up just a touch, and go ahead and get into the details. Alrighty everybody, here we go for the GeminiJets 1:400 scale American Airlines McDonnell Douglas MD-11. What a unique aircraft right here. It's just really different to see this on an MD-11 compared to that DC-10 model I've had for quite some time. But I'm really excited to take a look at the differences and see what this MD-11 is all about. So without any further delay, let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty everybody, so here we go. So first and foremost, I thought it was worth noting that I believe this is my very first passenger MD-11, which is really crazy to think about, but certainly very cool, and I'm really excited to take a look at this aircraft more in detail. So let's go ahead and get started. Here's the cockpit windows along with the nose cone. The original MD-11 mold here for GeminiJets is fantastic, I think, so I really like the looks here. And then of course you got the smaller L1 boarding door, which is really unique to the MD-11, so that looks really cool. We also have the MD-11 luxury liner titles here. Of course, all these older American Airlines chrome heavy airplanes had the luxury liner titles for a long time, so really cool to see that. And you got the nose landing gear here, nice and simple. We'd love to see it. And then we have some more panels along with where the first class would be right here, so very cool to see that. And here's the American Airlines billboard titles. as you can see right here, compared to other American Airlines heavy aircraft, much more spread out and a little bit more bold here on the MD-11. I'm not sure if there was any particular reason for that, but certainly very unique to note no matter what. So that's what we have going right here. Probably some sort of lavatory, kitchen area, something right here, and then we have the L2 door right here. Then we have the rest of the passenger windows leading into the main cabin etch set and main cabin section. I'm sure they had different names back then, but that is certainly what we have here. No aerials, of course, on this aircraft, so it's a little bit older. And then we have the one-piece mold, which GeminiJets did a fantastic job casting this, as there's barely a gap right there, so we'd love to see that. Here's the beautiful engines. They look fantastic, and they did a really good job of representing those with the exhaust, the cowling, and all the pieces combined. We have the slats right there, which look really cool. And how about this? I never noticed this. Let me know if you guys ever noticed this, but I never knew that this little piece here on the MD-11 winglet was actually blue, white, and red for American Airlines. That is so cool. Really small touch. I've never noticed it till I got the model, but models bring out the best detail in all aircraft. So really cool to see this here on the American livery, and that really adds a really cool touch. So I'll never fail to miss that when I look at this model again. So that's really cool. The winglet looks fantastic. I just can't get my eyes off that little piece. That's really cool, honestly. And then we have the flaps and the speed brakes too, and along with that we have the main landing gear, just like the nose gear, really simple. And of course the main difference here on the MD-11 freighter compared to like the DC-1010 is that we have a middle gear, so that's really cool. Then we have the emergency exit over the wing. Of course, during this time, there wasn't much infrastructure, so they weren't, well, infrastructure is not the correct word. Wasn't enough detail to print the emergency exit pad, so we do not have that, which is okay. And of course, we've got all the main cabin here. These flew all kinds of places. We have the L4 door at the really far back there, close to the horizontal stabilizer, looking fantastic. Registration November 1765 Bravo in the beautiful American Airlines tail with that third engine up there. Just so it looks so different on all the airlines have that third one up there besides UPS and FedEx. Those are the only ones that look kind of decent to the naked eye, but of course these looked really good when they were in service, so we absolutely love to see that. I have some more panels over here along with our cargo doors as the deviation. We have one back there, and of course the American on this side as well. Look how far back that engine piece goes. That's absolutely crazy. Top of the aircraft looks very good, nice and simple, a little bit of detail for a beacon there and everything. In the bottom, we have the original GeminiJets logo right there to stand hold and all the applicable detail, along with the emergency hatch back there in the very back as well. What a model. Super glad to have this one. GeminiJets did a very good job on it, and ultimately I think it is a fantastic aircraft. Well done there by GeminiJets. Alrighty, if you thought we were done with American Airlines retro aircraft, you are sadly mistaken. So once again, thank you so much, Planespotter DK, for opening these boxes in advance so you can see these models. So coming out of here, we have two really cool aircraft here from Dragon Wings. I've been wanting to get my hands on these for quite some time, and it is really exciting to see that it has finally happened here. So let's go ahead and take a look at both of these. So here in the box, we have two other American Airlines retro aircraft. So we have an American Airlines McDonnell Douglas MD-87 and also a Boeing 727-100. So really cool to get both of these. Been wanting both of them for quite some time. The MD-87 was a really unique Reno Air hybrid that we'll save for a second, but we'll go ahead and start with the American Airlines Boeing 727-100. So very excited to have this aircraft, as this is a very common one in the retro Tulsa department. They flew in from everywhere, Dallas, Chicago, and I think even Los Angeles a little bit too. So really cool to get this aircraft, and this will be a very nice one for the collection right here. So let's go ahead and get started. Got the Dragon Wings logo, and this is more of a cinematic box for them, so really cool, one of their earlier ones I would assume. And then we have the limited edition 150 units, the American Airlines logo, Boeing 727-100 titles, and you also got some detail down there about the American stuff. This is actually distributed by JetX, so really interesting to note that. You have a JX009, so I don't know if they did this in partnership or what exactly it was. It's a 2000 release, so certainly a very cool model. I don't think I have many others like this. They were also from California, so interesting to note there. I'm thinking that there was some sort of partnership going here where Dragon Wings utilized the mold or something like that. So if anybody knows, please comment below. I'm very eager to hear the story on that. But nevertheless, really excited for this aircraft. First 727-100 for American will be a great addition, and here we go. So we do get a stand, which is fantastic, so we absolutely love to see that. Very excited to have that. And here is the American 727-100 itself. Really eager to see this. Let's take a look. That looks really good. Dang, that looks really solid for what I was expecting. So here it is, the American Airlines 727-100. Very excited to have this aircraft, very unique. Let's go ahead and take a look at it, everybody. Alrighty, everybody, so here we go for the JetX and Dragon Wings 1:400 scale American Airlines Boeing 727-100 this time. Really excited for this aircraft. This is a pivotal asset, like I said, coming in from Dallas, Chicago, and everywhere for several years. And I'm really excited to have this aircraft. So without any further delay, let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty everybody, so let's go ahead and get started. Here's the cockpit windows along with the nose cone, which looks really good on this model. Sorry about that. Here's the L1 door along with the nose landing gear door. Certainly lacking a little bit of detail, but this was back in 2000, so there is some slack to be had there in my opinion. Here's the American Airlines billboard titles, and then you'd have a little first class area before going into the economy plus and economy here. So looking fantastic. Very simple model once again. You have the little bit of gray underbelly there, and then the chrome here on top. You have the two emergency exits here on the wing, along with two windows in between, which is nicely represented. And then we have the emergency exit pad right there, along with the leading edge of the wing for the slats, and then of course we have the speed brake and the flap detail back there. The main landing gear, which again very similar to nose landing gear, maybe lacking a little bit of detail perhaps, but this was 2000, so we can't complain too much there. And then of course we have all those economy windows, even going back behind this beautiful engine, so that's really cool. You got the Trio engine design of course, and you got the beautiful registration November 1991, so really cool to see that. The US flag and the beautiful American Airlines logo there on the tail. Really unique shade of gray here that they utilized to kind of represent that metallic shade on the tail. And of course you have a one-piece horizontal stabilizer mold too. Looks really good. This is a really nice aircraft. Also really cool to note some very interesting differences here on the right side, including this different shaded gray. You have the exit door right here. I don't think they ever used it before boarding, but it kind of looks like one, so not completely sure there. We also have the luggage door, and then we have the emergency exits there on the wing, and then of course we have another luggage door back there. Top of the aircraft is very simple. You got some really nice detail right there. That looks fantastic. And the bottom also looks really good. And you also got the item number itself, the actual limited edition piece. Sorry guys. 0455, so really good looking plane. You also got the escape hatch back there too, so really cool. This model is fantastic. I think they did a really good job on it. And how about all that tail detail too? That looks fantastic. So ultimately really cool model, and certainly glad to have this one. Alrighty everybody, next up we have our next model here from Dragonwings, and that's going to be the American Airlines McDonnell Douglas MD-87. So how about a really cool Reno Air hybrid aircraft? So as I was just getting at, this aircraft was with Reno Air, and then American Airlines made a hybrid aircraft during the Reno Air merger in the late 90s. These got retired really soon after, I think like early 2000s at the latest. So really cool to see this aircraft done 1-400 here, and I've been making it a priority, and you'll see here coming up, to try to get as many of these as possible to really diversify the fleet, as the MDAE collections look really good, but this will add a whole new layer to it. So been looking for a really good deal on one of these for a long time, and Waffle Collectibles, thank you so much, as they finally were able to pull that in. So let's go ahead and get started. Got the MD-87 kind of faded gradient titles up here, then you got the American Airlines logo right here, 1-400 scale premium collection, a picture of the aircraft down here, and you got the American Airlines trademarks and everything. Here's the sides of the box. Again, nothing too crazy, very simple box. Trying to find the copyright date. There's the Waffle Collectibles number, 2001 release, so soon after the JetX combination that they did. So really excited for this aircraft. This should be a really good one, and I'm really eager to see what it's all about. And keep in mind, some of these open from the bottom, which is kind of cool. So let's see if we can get our hands on this one. So it looks like it was put in this way. So let's go ahead and bring it out. So here it is. Very unique. Oh my gosh. This is a unique aircraft. It looks like the American Eagle livery and the American Airlines mainline livery had a baby, and that is exactly what we find here. I honestly dig it. I don't have a model like this, so it's really weird to see this. It's like literally an American Eagle plus an American Airlines mainline livery had a baby, and that is what we have here. Alrighty everybody, here we have the Dragonwings 1-400 scale American Airlines McDonnell Douglas MD-87. Unique would be an understatement for this model. I've never really looked at pictures online of these, so because I'm so used to the chrome one, so it's really weird to see pretty much the American Airlines mainline brand and the American Eagle livery have a baby, and now we have it on MD-87 out of all planes. So really smart move by them though, as the Reno Air livery was very similar to this. They just add their livery onto it, just some stripes and everything, didn't have to repaint the fuselage, so worked really well. So let's go ahead and get into the details. Alrighty everybody, so here we go. So here we got the cockpit windows right here, and then we have the nose cone right here with the stripes for blue, white, and red. Really unique to see this here. Again, it's just so weird to see it on a white fuselage, but it looks fantastic. It's like, it almost reminds me like a little 717 almost, an American 717, but not quite there, but a really cool hybrid between all the variants. So really cool. Got the main landing gear right here along with the L1 boarding door, and then you'd have where the ladder would come out right here, looking fantastic. Get the One World logo and the Super 80 titles right here, so the attention to detail is really cool from American. So, and a fantastic job by Dragonwings for representing all that. So we absolutely love to see that. You'd assume that maybe they would slack back off on a little bit of that, but not on this model, so looking fantastic. Got some panel detail right here, along with the American Airlines billboard titles. Scoot pretty far back there, but they look really great. Got a little bit of first class, I would assume, and then of course you have the economy. Now during the merger, of course, these didn't last very long, so I'm assuming they probably kept the original interior, although I have no idea, to be honest. So really cool to see that they put their livery on it, though, to say the least, there for American. Again, really short fuselage here on the MD-87, not quite as short as the 717, pretty close though, but also not even close to an MD-80. So you got the emergency exits here and the emergency exit pad right there as well. And then you have the wings, which look really nice on this model, along with the main landing gear. A little bit of a step up from the previous one. I think they did a really good job there, so that looks fantastic. You got the registration November 753 Romeo Alpha, of course, for Reno Air RA, so really cool to see that. You got the beautiful engines there and the beautiful American Airlines tail. Again, just really different to see it in that light, but hey, I'm not complaining. It looks really cool, along with the rudder piece and the U.S. flag there too, along with the exit pad back there too. So really cool to see that. Not really a pad, but you know, the piece for the door to open. On this side, you do have, instead of just two of the luggage doors. That's a contrast from the 717, so really cool to see that. And you also got one in the back too, so that looks absolutely fantastic. Top of the aircraft looks really good right here, and the bottom also looks really good. You got the stand hole, no item number for this one since it was a normal release, but ultimately, really cool model here from Dragonwings, very unique in various ways. And the crazy part is, this is only the start of many more that come, so stay on the lookout for it. It's going to be absolutely crazy, everybody. Alrighty everybody, so here's where the real fun begins, as the boxes are back to being sealed. So I honestly remember what I ordered, but I don't have it all in the particular order. I only remember like 3 of them off the top of my head. So get ready for some surprises. So let's go ahead and get started with this box. So I don't know what's in here. I really honestly forgot about some of these. Now I know a couple, like 3 of them that I ordered that are coming to the top of my head, but there's going to be some of these that are complete surprise. Heck, some of them may even be modern models. So we'll just have to see, but I'm pretty sure they're all retros. So if we have to make an exception and take one out for the next modern unboxing, we will do so. But honestly, I honestly cannot remember what's in here. So let's see how surprised we can be here. So let's see what this one is. Again, I have it a little bit of idea, but again, that'll probably be changed here in the next few moments. So it's a smaller box. I have an idea of what it is. And no, a curveball. How about this? I completely forgot I ordered this. So here we go with the first curveball, everybody. Is this going to be the Texas International Doubles DC-9 here, the 30 edition? So you may remember last year I got the Dash 10. The Dash 30 was also pretty prominent at the Retro Tulsa Model Airport. So I thought it'd be a really good opportunity to get this aircraft as well. And not Retro Tulsa, like literally the actual Tulsa Airport itself. It was pretty prominent. So I thought getting Dash 30, and it was a good deal as well. I thought it would be a good opportunity here. So that's exactly what we have with this aircraft. So let's go ahead and get started. I think this is JetX maybe that made this, but we'll figure out soon enough. So let's go ahead and get started. Texas International Airlines, here's the aircraft itself, excuse me. One in the front here, and then you have the livery. Pretty cool box here. I think it's JetX, but let's see. Navigator? Is this a different brand? It says McDonnell Douglas there too. I don't know who Navigator was, if it was a subsidiary of JetX or who that was, but it was made by Navigator. So pretty unique. I want to see this mold, and maybe that'll give us a little bit more context clues, but I'm thinking this is a JetX aircraft. So let's go ahead and get into this. And we do have a broken model out of this. So wasn't quite expecting that. It's been a while since I've got a broken model, but we do have it here with this aircraft. And this might be their own brand. This is a really nice aircraft in terms of the sturdibility. But let's just go ahead, pop this back on there, and we'll go ahead and get into the details, everybody. Alrighty, everybody, and here we go for the Navigator 1:400 scale Texas International Doubles DC-932. Really unique aircraft here in a variety of ways. Was able to get that horizontal stabilizer right back on, and really eager to check this model out and see what it's all about. So let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty, everybody, so here we go. So here's the cockpit windows along with the really cool anti-glare piece right here, which is fantastic. Here's the nose cone along with the black nose, which is really cool. And then we have the nose landing gear. Doesn't seem like Dragonwings, but kind of does. So honestly, I have no idea. So again, if anybody knows about this in the comments, please let me know, as I would be very appreciative to know. Here's the L1 door, and then of course the red cheat line gets started with the blue one, as we have the Texas International billboard titles. Really represents the Lone Star flag really well, as Southwest kind of picked up on the scent. So more of a retro retro design here too, and then it transitioned into the more modern one with Southwest. So ultimately a really cool combination here in my opinion. The DC-932 is of course the mid-length aircraft and one of the most popular variants, so that's why we have the middle length here, so that looks fantastic. Then of course I think they had all economy, honestly no idea, so they may have had first class, who knows. We have the emergency exits right here, and then we have the pad for that along with the slats here on the leading edge, and then we have the flaps and speed brakes along with the main landing gear. This reminds me more of Dragon Wing, so maybe it was a hybrid mold or something happened, but the nose landing gear still seems a little bit too different to make that claim. So but I don't think I have a Dragon Wings DC-9, so honestly no idea. Going back all the way to the engine here is where the last window cuts off, looking fantastic. Then of course we have the registration November 532 Tango X-ray, and then of course we had the blue cheating up to the Texas flag right there. That looks absolutely amazing with the star, the Lone Star State, looking very good. And then the horizontal stabilizer, which I was able to put back on. Here's the right side, just slightly different there. Of course you have the different door right there, mainly the catering one I believe. And then of course I think we have a pad right, or an exit right there, not really exit, but an emergency exit right there, and I believe we do. So looking really nice. So a very unique aircraft here for the collection. Honestly was not really expecting what we got. It's a really great model and I'm really excited to have it. If you don't know, Texas International was their own airline for quite some time. They operated a bunch of flights in the Texas region to various places like Tulsa and others, and they ended up merging with Continental Airlines in like 1981, somewhere in there. So maybe it may have been a little bit past that, but it was somewhere in that ballpark, the early 80s. So really cool to have this model. This will be a great addition and a very unique one for the collection as well. So really excited to have this, and let's go ahead and jump into the next one. Alrighty everybody, so I believe I know what these two are. These are the last two, and then there's one other out of 3 boxes next. So I'm really eager to see if these are what I think they are, but I'm really excited for them nevertheless. So let's go ahead and dive into these. So another Waffle Collectibles restock. I don't think that we have to explain that one at this point. The restocks are fantastic, and definitely go get signed up if you haven't already. But we have a bunch of newspaper, and I'll go ahead and bring in the models once I get them out here. Oh, there's 3 of them in here. I don't know what the third one is. Okay, maybe I do. Okay, I think I do. I'm going to unwrap them and give you my predictions to have some fun with it. Okay, so I believe there's going to be a Frontier 737-200, an American MD-83 Reno Air Hybrid, and an American MD-90 Reno Air Hybrid. Let's see if those are correct, because I forgot that I got 3 of them at once, but now I think it's recalling my memory, but I don't know what the other 3 are, so we'll have some fun with it regardless. So the first one is indeed that Frontier 737-200. This is an absolute rascal to come across. It is so challenging to get one of these. I got really lucky. I think I paid like $70, $75, something like that. But these have been consistently going on eBay for over $300. So getting one of these was huge. Really excited about that, and a really cool aircraft for the collection right there. Those were very prominent retro Tulsas. So really excited to have that, and that'll be a great addition for all those reasons. Let's see if this is the American MD-80s. Yes, the American Airlines Reno Air Hybrid MD-90 has landed in the collection, just like the MD-87. Very excited to have that. That'll be a great addition, and ultimately a really awesome aircraft right there. And then this should be the MD-83. And so it is. And how about the box similarity? Look at that. Very similar, but take a look at these 3. Really excited to have these. So let's go ahead and get started. This is tough. These are 3 awesome models. So I think what I'll do, just because of how rare this guy is, and I love these, I guess I'll start with the MD-90. This is a tough choice. This is one of the hardest duos, just because of how rare this guy is. But I will do the MD-80s first. So let's go ahead and get started with the MD-90. Alrighty, everybody, and here we go with the American Airlines McDonnell Douglas MD-90 Reno Air Hybrid. Just like the MD-87, really excited to continue to build my MD-80 fleet in really unique ways, and this aircraft will do just that. Here's the 21 sticker, assuming this is what the price was when it was getting sold at probably a hobby shop or something. Got the American Airlines logo. Here's the aircraft itself, MD-90 1/4 scale Premier Collection, and this box is a little bit dented up, so I apologize about that. But here's the bottom, this side of the box, which I don't see the copyright on. Here's this side, and then this is a 2004 release, so definitely later on that they chose to do this. And ultimately, the box is the same from there. So let's take a look at why the plastic got so dented up. I don't know why. It just needs to be pressed in. I don't know why it was done like that, but hey, I'm not complaining. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. What a unique aircraft right here. Take a look at this. Wow. That is very, very interesting to see. That is very unique. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. Alrighty everybody, here we go for the Dragon Wings 1-400 scale American Airlines McDonnell Douglas MD-90. Very unique aircraft here for the collection. This one looks really good, just like that MD-87, and I'm really excited to take a look at this, so let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty everybody, so let's go ahead and get started. So here's the cockpit windows along with the blue, white, and red here, which look fantastic. Here's nose landing gear and nose landing gear door along with the L1 boarding door and the One World logo that look absolutely fantastic. You do have the Super AD titles on this one as well, which look really great. And here's the American Airlines billboard titles again. Scooted way far back once again, looking very good though nevertheless. Again, just so weird to see it in this presentation, but it looks a little bit more normal now that the fuselage is a little bit closer to size. So that's what we have here with this aircraft. We got some panels down there, and then of course got a little bit of first class, all your main cabin and economy plus. And then of course you have right here the two windows between the emergency exits, just so different to see on this aircraft, but hey, it looked really good and we absolutely love to see it. We got the emergency exit pad along with the leading edge of the wing, trailing edge, and then landing gear honestly look really good on this aircraft, so we absolutely love to see that. We got the registration there, November 905 Romeo Alpha. We got the L2 door, and then we have the engines right there in the gray, and then the American Airlines tail, which does return to a little bit more normal here on this aircraft. The MD-87 also had this, but it wasn't near as distinctive, so really cool to see the MD-90 get a little bit more in on that. So we absolutely love to see that and getting a little bit closer to home there with that characteristic. The right side of the aircraft is also very similar. We have the two luggage doors and then the one in the back too, and we also have the hatch right there as well. Top of the aircraft looks really nice and simple, no crazy detail there, so we'd love to see that. In the bottom also has a stand hole and all that applicable detail. Very unique aircraft once again. I think I might like the MD-90 best, but there's going to be a third one that's going to give both of them a run for their money, so let's go ahead and take a look at that. And that, everybody, is going to be the Dragon Wings 1-400 scale American Airlines McDonnell Douglas MD-83 Reno Air hybrid. So finally returning to some normalcy here, as American Airlines obviously operates so many MD-82s and MD-83s. So it's really exciting to have the Reno Air hybrid version to really see how this stacks up compared to the normal liveries. So let's go ahead and get started. So here's the box right here. Of course, you got the American Airlines logo. Here's the aircraft climbing MD-83 Premier Collection. This guy probably it was probably the same collection, so I bet he got this one for 17, which is kind of interesting to see a $4 price change there. Here's the bottom. I guess the years were quite different though, so that would make sense. Here's the tape that's covering up the box. The box must have broke at some point, which is all good. The item number, and then this aircraft, okay, also 2004. So it was the MD-87 comparison that was quite different. So, but the box is obviously kind of kept a similar style. I'm not sure exactly what year Dragon Wings went out of service, but I would say probably 2004 or 2005 or 6 would be my guess. So really excited to see how this one stacks up, and it's going to be really good. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. This is the only one yet to come with a stand, so that's pretty interesting. So wish that would have been a little bit better advertised, but we certainly are not complaining because we have a really great model here in the plastic. So let's go ahead and take a look. And yeah, this is definitely my favorite version. This is just nice and proportional and just looks like an MD-80. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. Alrighty everybody, and here we have the Dragon Wings 1-400 scale American Airlines McDonnell Douglas MD-83 Reno Air hybrid. This is definitely my favorite just because it looks like the chrome one, just with the white fuselage. So really digging this. This one looks fantastic, and I'm really excited to dive into this. So let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty everybody, so here we go. So here's the cockpit windows along with the blue, white, and red once again. We have the Super AV titles. You got the nose landing gear and nose landing gear door with something on there. Can't see it from here. It's like R80 or something, so that looks really cool. Then we have the L1 door along with the One World logo. Then we got the American Airlines billboard titles. Just seems a little bit more like a chrome MD-80, so really love to see that. And then of course the underbelly also has the gray treatment this time, which I don't think the others did, so really cool to see it on this aircraft. We have the first class, economy plus, and economy here, so looking very good. Some panels throughout, and again just nice and simple, and I'm really digging this one, so we absolutely love to see that. We got the emergency exits right here along with the pad there, so that looks fantastic. We also got the main landing gear right there along with the wings here for the flaps, slats, and speed brakes, so we absolutely love to see that. Registration is November 880 Romeo Alpha. Then we have the L2 door. We got the windows there behind the engine, which we absolutely love to see, and then the gray American Airlines tail to finish it off. Really cool to see that, and it looks absolutely fantastic. Also definitely want to see if Dragon Wings has normal chrome MD-80s. Would love to pick those up. Outside the one that I have. I think I have the black nose one. I'm pretty sure they have some others as well. So looking really good nevertheless. Here's the right side of the aircraft where we got some really good detail, including two baggage doors and then one in the back along with the hatch there as well, just like all the others. This aircraft's very similar to the rest. No need to really comment on the rest of it too much compared to the others. Really cool model. Super glad to have this one. This is probably my favorite out of them all, and I'm really glad to have this aircraft in my collection. Alrighty everybody, next up we have our next model. This is the Aero Classics 1-to-400 scale Frontier Airlines Boeing 737-200. This aircraft is an absolute rascal to get my hands on, and I'm really excited to finally have it. So if you do not know, the Frontier 737-200 is a very rare aircraft. They have this one in the Southwest Airlines hybrid livery. Both of them are super hard to come across. This aircraft consistently has been selling for a crazy amount of money on eBay, so I was really worried about trying to get it for the Retro Tulsa project because these were very prominent coming in from Denver, Wichita. I think they flew to even Little Rock and Fort Smith. So they definitely flew to several destinations out of Tulsa. So it's really great to finally have one. And thank you, Waffle, for the collection sale. So let's go ahead and get started. Got the Aero Classics title right here, and then you got the see-through for the model Boeing 737 right here. Here's the bottom of the box. Really nice box, nice and simple here. So no airlines, which is kind of interesting, but we absolutely love to see it. The back of the box, very simple. It shows the 737 Classic, and nothing really more to note with the box. So this has been one that I've been trying to get my hands on for quite some time. So I'm really excited for this, and this will be a great aircraft. So let's go ahead and get started. Beautiful little plane right here. This is fantastic. Very nice. Let's see if I can get it off. Trying my best to, but this has been an absolute fail so far. There we go. There we go. Very nicely done. And there she is. She is beautiful. Take a look at this. That's fantastic. Alrighty everybody, and here we go with the Aero Classics 1-to-400 scale Frontier Airlines Boeing 737-200. What a model to get my hands on here, just unbelievable. Really cool to finally get this aircraft in the collection, and it will be a pivotal asset for Retro Tulsa. So without any further delay, let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty everybody, so let's go ahead and get started. So here's the nose cone right here with the cockpit windows. Then we got the white, orange, red, maroon, and white right here, so looking fantastic. The black nose cone along with the nose landing gear door, and the registration right there, so that looks fantastic. The L1 boarding door, and then the small Frontier billboard titles. Really cool to see this Frontier flew a variety of routes. Now this is not associated with the newer Frontier, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, so definitely cool to see this no matter what. So we have the logo that the newer Frontier currently has, which kind of cool, and then we got the Frontier titles right here, and then the orange cuts up, the red cuts up, and the maroon cuts up. So really cool to see that. A very unique livery, so that's fantastic. Look at those 737-200 engines. Those are really cool, and we absolutely love to see that. We also have the main landing gear right there, along with the one-piece mold, which I think Aero Classics did a pretty good job of, in the stand hole, which looks fantastic. Again, the red and maroon cut up there, and then we have just enough time to sneak in the L2 door, and then the gray underbelly right there as well. And then we have the registration November 7307 Foxtrot in the beautiful Frontier tail there as well. So really cool to see the newer Frontier using it. Who knows though? I think they might be associated. I'm not completely sure. And then we have the baggage doors right there as well on those. On the right side, excuse me. Top of the aircraft looks absolutely fantastic right there. They did a really good job on that. We also have the emergency exit pad right there, and just some really good detail ultimately and overall. And the metallic down there on the bottom looks absolutely fantastic. A really cool little aircraft right here. So glad to have this. They are so hard to come across, so I was really glad to finally get one. The older Frontier livery, if I can talk today, looks absolutely outstanding, and this is a really great aircraft for the fleet. So I'm so glad to have it, and this is a really good one overall. Very nicely done. Alrighty everybody, so the next aircraft up, I honestly have no idea what it is. Those are the three that I knew about. I honestly have no idea what's in here. It could be really anything, so it's kind of like a mystery model that will make sense. So I'm really excited for it regardless though, and I think it's going to be, whatever it is, a really great addition to the collection. So I'm really eager to see what this will be, and this will be a great addition, I'm sure, no matter what. So let's see what's in here. Really curious to see what the past Connor bought, because I honestly forgot. So let's have some fun with it. It is a pretty big aircraft, so let's see if I can somehow bounce this out. Okay, so it might be a Dragon Wings because the it sounds like there might be something rattling in there, and I'm thinking it's a stand, so no idea. Let's go see what this is. Okay, this is, I had this in the back of my mind, but I didn't think that it was going to come this quickly. Right here we have an E-3 Sentry of Tinker Air Force Base. How about this? So really excited to have this aircraft. The first one that came up on Waffle Collectibles, I unfortunately was trying to decide if I want to get another model, and by the time I knew it, it was gone. This one I was able to snag up, and it's really exciting to have. I thought I would honestly have an E6 before E3, but it ended up being an E3, and my knowledge of these military aircraft has grown a decent amount since then. So if I would have had to go back, I would have rather have had an E6 first, but E3 is fantastic, especially considering that the whole fleet's getting retired here very soon. So So this will be a great pivotal asset, kind of retro, kind of not. So I think this kind of fits in well here. It's kind of a hybrid aircraft, and it'll certainly be a very good one for the collection no matter what. So let's go ahead and get started here on the front of the box. Sorry, I did not mean to turn to the back, but sometimes it just happens. So a very cool box right here. As you can see, the E-3 Sentry. These are very unique aircraft in various ways. They're really powerful and just ultimately a really cool plane. So that's what we have here. Warbird series, Dragon Wings, 1-4 scale, authentic, all that fun stuff. Here's the bottom and then the sides of the box right here. Very cool to see how they have it lined up like this. Very unique, so very cool to see that. This side, and then it is a 2004 release as well, so very cool to see. Plenty of 2004 Dragon Wings, and then the back is green for some reason. So really excited to have this. I'm really eager to see what this mold's all about, and this is going to be a really cool aircraft. So let's go ahead, get into the details, and see what this aircraft is all about. And there she is behind the layers. Very nice. How about that? So it actually comes as a whole separate piece. I honestly didn't really think about this, but it makes perfect sense because you're supposed to attach it right there. Wow, how about that? What a plane for the collection. Very cool. Alrighty, everybody, here we have the Dragon Wings 1-4 scale U.S. Air Force Oklahoma E6, oh my gosh, E-3 Sentry. Goodness gracious. What an aircraft right here. Super excited to have this. This is really cool, of course, being from Oklahoma and going to Tinker Air Force Base. I've still yet to get to see one of these really nice in person, get a really good picture, that is. I've really not got to ever see one, so I'm really hopeful to see that soon. I've got to see plenty of E6s, but the E3 is very high on the list, especially considering their futures. So really excited to have this aircraft, and it's going to be a great addition. Very excited for this. Alrighty, everybody, so let's go ahead and get started. So here we go with the cockpit windows and the anti-glare piece right here, looking fantastic. Nose shape looking really good as well. Then we have the L1 door right here, along with the nose landing gear door as well. Very simple fuselage throughout, as we only have that L1 door until we finally get to the U.S. Air Force titles right here that look fantastic. Have the overwing exit and the really cool engines, so distinctive to the 707, of course, and that transpires up to the E6 and E3. So that looks absolutely fantastic right there. Very simple wings right here, not too much detail, but they do have some. Which we love to see that USAF logo right there, and just some simple details there as well. And the main landing gear also looked pretty good here too, so they did a really good job on that. How about that? I'm not sure what the proper term for this is, but the whatever the correct name for this dome piece is. So cool to see that, and really unique on this plane. Really cool, and just a really cool representation there, so that looks absolutely fantastic. The USAF logo once again, got the L2 door along with the 552 ACW, and then of course that OK symbol right there. It's so fantastic. We also have the US flag along with the TUL as well. Just a really cool plane in general. So many various attributes that make this a really cool aircraft. Looks like the tire came off, so don't worry about that on the turn. So let me put that back on. Much better right there, looking fantastic. You also got a baggage door on both sides, which is really cool, so that looks fantastic. Again, the dome looks really cool, and just overall a really cool model. Top of the aircraft's really simple, besides the dome, which is really cool. Not sure exactly which way it's supposed to face. I would think it would be something like that, but I'll have to look into the details on that. And the bottom also looks absolutely fantastic as well. Super cool model, really glad to have this, and a really great addition to the collection. Alrighty, everybody, so we have another really cool model on deck. Absolutely no idea what this one is. I have really no thoughts on what the next aircraft is, to be quite honest. So really excited to see what this is going to be, and this is going to be fantastic. Also, I apologize if my voice is recovering from the dinner intermission. So really excited to see what this is going to be, and it's going to be a great addition no matter what. So let's see what past Connor bought this time, and I really have no idea. So really excited for this, so let's see what it is. Another model that's taking up the whole box right there, so let's see if we can get this one out. Alrighty, everybody, so let's go ahead and figure out what this is going to be. I think it's like a Dragon Wings or something, but let's see what we got. No, it's a GeminiJets. Yes, been thinking about this one for a long time. Completely forgot I got this. I can't believe I forgot, but it makes sense because of the recent Aero class release and everything. But this is the GeminiJets 1-4 scale Delta Airlines Boeing 737-200 in the widget livery. I've been thinking about getting about this aircraft for quite some time. Just have struck out several times trying to get one, and really excited to finally get my hands on one here from this Waffle Collectible restock. This is a very exciting aircraft as it flew to various destinations out of Tulsa, predominantly Atlanta and Dallas. So really excited for this aircraft. It'll be a great addition. Let's go ahead and get started with the box. Another limited edition aircraft here, diecast model 1-4 scale. Here's the aircraft, Delta Boeing 737-200, made for collectors, by collectors, all that fun stuff. I'm forgetting when this was released. I'm thinking it was like a just 2095, just that shows times right there. That's kind of cool that's on this box, to be honest. 331 Delta Lima. I'm thinking this was like a 2003 maybe. Let's see. 2003 indeed. Fantastic. Really excited for this. Let's get the pamphlet here. There is the widget in all of its glory. Really excited to pair this up with 727-200 and DC 930. Let's get into it. Sorry about my voice, everybody. It is slowly coming back, slowly but surely. We'd love to see that. And here it is, the Delta 737-200 in the widget livery. Here it is. Wow. That screams classic. Take a look. Alrighty, everybody, and here we have the GeminiJets 1:400 scale Delta Airlines Boeing 737-200 in the widget livery. What a fantastic looking aircraft. Super excited to get into this one and see what it's all about. So let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty, everybody, so let's go ahead and get started. So here's the nose right here. We got the nose shape looking fantastic. Not sure if this is all meant to be anti-glare or not, but certainly very cool no matter what. Got the cockpit windows along with the nose landing gear and nose landing gear door. Nose landing gear door might be slightly big, but certainly not a huge problem. We have the widget light here, and then we have the L1 door along with the ladder right here, which looks fantastic. A little bit of first class, I would assume, into the economy. These slanted Delta titles, of course, fly Delta jets, so looking fantastic there. There is GeminiJets' take on those really cool engines, and we do have a really small Delta widget logo on those, which is really cool. So really stylish delivery for the time, very unique in various ways. We have the emergency exit with the emergency exit pad as well, so certainly love to see that. The main landing gear look really good on this aircraft, so we certainly love to see that too. And the red sheet line in the gray underbelly all lead up to the registration November 331 Delta Lima, the US flag, and of course Boeing 737 right there in the Delta widget tail. Really cool. It really just screams DC-8, you know, those types of planes, to be honest, but it does look very good on the 737-200 as well, so we'd love to see that. Also very distinctive there with the engine cowlings. Those look really good as well. The right side is very similar. The only main difference is we have those two baggage doors, so those look fantastic. Top of the aircraft looks really good. Some really nice detail, and they did a really good job on it. And the bottom also looks fantastic. We have a GeminiJets red logo. I've never seen that before. That is so cool. So the Jets is red. I've never seen that. Somebody can go double check me on all my unboxings, excuse me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I've never seen that. So that is super cool and really a nice finisher to this model. Not to mention the bucket reversers, just kind of now noticed that looking behind the wing a little bit. So really cool model, super glad to have this one. It'll be a great asset for Retro Tulsa coming in from Atlanta and Dallas. So really excited to have this. This will be a great model and it's going to be a fantastic addition to the collection. Alrighty, everybody, so our final model right here from Waffle Collectibles is going to be a really good one. Really excited to see what this is. Again, really no clue what it is, so it will be a mystery to me, just like it is to all of you. And I'm really excited to see what this one's all about. So let's go ahead, start slicing into this box and seeing what we have inside. Really excited for this, and who knows what we'll be finishing with. We do have one more model that I kind of forgot about at the end, so I apologize, because there is one more that isn't a Waffle Collectibles. But let's see what this future decision was. Another box that fits the box. So let's take a look. It is a GeminiJets aircraft. No idea what it is. Let's just go ahead and slide it out. Oh, yes. Okay, so here's the Allegiant Air Airbus E320. So really excited to have this back. Unfortunately, I had a sell on my previous one, but I'm really excited to have my Allegiant A320 back in the old standard colors. This will be a great addition, and I'm really excited to have this back in the fleet. So let's go ahead and take a look at the box right here. GeminiJets, here's the aircraft right here. Allegiant Travels Our Deal Airbus E320. Now, like I said, I did have this aircraft, but there was an opportunity to... Sorry about that, everybody, but nevertheless, here's the Allegiant A320 as I was getting at. Now, it's really exciting to have this, as I did have to sell my previous one, but I'm really excited to finally have this aircraft back. So this will be a great addition, or not, like a great reunion, I should say. Really cool box right here, and fantastic to have it back. Here is the information on Allegiant right here, and here's the aircraft itself. Very excited to have this back in the fleet, and it will be a great reunion with this aircraft. And here she is. Absolutely beautiful airplane, man. So glad to have it back. Alrighty, everybody, and here's the GeminiJets 1:400 scale Allegiant Air Airbus A320 in the old Travels Our Deal livery. Very excited to have this aircraft back after I had to sell it. This is a fantastic looking airplane, and let's go ahead and get into the details and see what it's all about. Alrighty everybody, so here we go. So here we have the cockpit windows along with the nose shape. This older GeminiJets Airbus mold is fantastic, and that's exactly what we're seeing here. Got the L1 door and the Allegiant billboard titles that look absolutely fantastic. Here's the emergency exit. Of course, on the 324 Allegiant, they have two. So we have the pad right there along with the CFM56 engines. Just a little bit tilted up QC-wise, but outside of that, they look absolutely outstanding, proportional, and very good in general. Got the main landing gear down there as well, which look really good. And then we have the fence tips right here, which are blue, of course. Got the flaps, slats, and speed brake. And then we got the travel is our deal billboard titles, or not really billboard titles, but advertisement right there, which looks absolutely outstanding. And then we have the rest of the economy, all economy here on Allegiant, as we know. The emergency exit rows and there's a couple in the front that have a little bit extra leg room, but they're pretty standard. The rest of them are November 217, November Victor, and then we have the sun here for Allegiant here on the tail. Right side of the aircraft's very similar. We just have those two cargo doors. Top of the aircraft looks fantastic, and then the bottom also looks super good too. Ultimately, fantastic model. So excited to have it back, and it will be a great addition to say the least. Alrighty everybody, so our final aircraft for today's massive unboxing will be this Northwest GeminiJets 2, I should say, 1-400 scale Northwest Airlines Boeing 727-200. Now, I actually didn't buy this for myself. I bought this with the intention of selling it to JJ Skippy because I know that he's looking for a bunch of these various retro aircraft, and this one caught my eye for him, so I ended up buying this for him at the DFW One-Day Airliners show back in April. So really glad to pick this up for him, and I'll be excited to get this over his way at Airliners. But nevertheless, here we go for the review. I thought I would review it anyway since it's a really cool model, and it's going to be a hard one to let go of right after I get this out of the box. So I'm kind of putting myself through torture a little bit because it's going to be a really cool aircraft, but I know it's for the benefit of him because I know that he would really appreciate this aircraft and all that. So let's take a look at it. So here's the limited edition diecast 1-400 scale model. Here's the aircraft itself, Northwest Boeing 727-200 GeminiJets 2 right here, and then we have the sides of the box. This is November 290 Uniform Sierra. These didn't really ever fly Tulsa or anywhere of applicability, if that's even the word, to me. It's still a really great aircraft, and I'm excited to see what it looks all about, and it's going to be nice to hold on to it here for a couple months. Here's the back of the box right here as well. Northwest Airlines, construction number, line number, registration, all of that fun stuff in a 2004 release. Pamphlet has all of that applicable information, so feel free to read it right there. And there is that beautiful bowling shoe 727-200. So very great aircraft. Let's go ahead and get inside and take a look at what this aircraft has to offer, with a little bit of fading there in the cradle, and then the actual model looking absolutely stunning. Take a look at this right here. Alrighty everybody, here we go with the GeminiJets 2, 1-400 scale Northwest Airlines Boeing 727-200 in the bowling shoe livery. What a great looking aircraft, really nice combo of the aircraft and the livery. This looks absolutely fantastic, and I'm really excited to dive into this. So without any further delay, let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty everybody, so let's go ahead and get started. So here is the cockpit windows right here, along with the nose cone, looking really great. And then we have the red, gray, cheat line, and the white, all looking fantastic. Here's the L1 door along with the nose landing gear door. GeminiJets has a really solid 727 mold back in the day, so really excited to take a look at all the characteristics of it. Here's Northwest titles. I think the bowling shoe livery was absolutely fantastic. I slightly prefer it to the final livery, but the final livery was also really good. Here is where the first class would have been, along with the economy and the economy plus coming up here, so that looks fantastic. A couple panels there, and then we have the one-piece mold, which, because it's a white fuselage on the bottom, you kind of see a little bit more obviously, but it still looks really good. Then we have the two windows between the emergency exit doors, and we have the pad for that as well, along with the leading edge and the trailing edge for the flaps, slats, and speed brakes. All that looking really great. The main landing gear also look really good, and they did a really good job on those. Registration November 209 Uniform Sierra. Here's the L2 door along with three engines back here, and the beautiful Northwest icon right there, and the APU detail and all that fun stuff. Horizontal stabilizers, one-piece mold, and all of the other various applicable details. On the right side of the aircraft, you only have the one cargo door, which looks really great, and then the one here in the back, along with the hatch right there. Also, don't forget that the maroon cheat line, or not maroon, I saw the top and then said that the navy cheat line comes down all the way to the bottom right there. Top of the aircraft looks really nice, and no crazy details, just a little beacon right there, kind of hard to see, but looks really good. In the bottom, typical GeminiJets logo, you also have the metallic down there on the bottom too. What a great model, great way to round this out. I know JJ will really appreciate this, so I hope you're excited for it, buddy, and what a great way to round out today's massive unboxing. Alrighty everybody, that will do it for massive unboxing 32. Let's take one more look at all these amazing models, starting right here with the JetX Dragonwings American 727-100. Really great addition here, and there'll be various purposes for that aircraft.
aircraft. And then this absolute trial right here. I mean, I don't think I need to speak too much on all of these. They are absolutely stunning. From the American MD-87 Reno Air Hybrid, MD-83, and MD-90. Super excited to start building on that collection and excited to expand it in the near future. The Delta ATR-72 will be a great addition for Retro Tulsa as well in various ways, so excited for that to serve the Dallas flight. The Texas International DC-9 is a nice addition from the 70s and 80s that will be flying all over the place in those updates for Tulsa. And then we have the Frontier 737-200. You're going to be seeing this in a bunch of those updates, and I'm really excited for that. In the 70s especially, and even into the 80s, so very excited for that. And the Delta 737-200 is a really pivotal asset that flew Tulsa for various years in that livery, so definitely expect that to make more appearances than not. Excited for that. We have the Allegiant A320 reunion, which I'm really excited to have that back in the collection. A really beautiful plane in various ways. The American Airlines McDonnell MD-11 has been a model that I've been trying to snag up for years, so of course I'm very excited about that. What a great airplane. The E-3 Oklahoma aircraft is a really cool military offering, and I'm really excited to finally have that in the collection to really represent my region, so I'm super happy about that. And lastly, the Northwest 727, while I won't be able to hold on to it, is still a really cool model and glad to show it off in all of its various ways. It's a really cool plane. So yeah, what a massive unboxing. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, as there was various really cool aircraft here, and I was really glad to get to go in all the detail on them for you guys. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this massive unboxing, a really great one, and I'm very excited for what's to come in the near future. So with all that being said, everybody, that'll do for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Trust the process. Do what you love and love what you do. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon as Redriveraviation is signing off.